And I'm gonna just ask y'all different questions just to get y'all perspectives and opinions on them, because I really value them, and I feel that it's beneficial that our whole family gets a chance to talk to each other about, these issues. All right, the first question. This will be mostly for the people in Birmingham. How do you feel about the curfew? Do you think it was the right decision? Why or why not? Let's start with Shania.
Jabria, Shay,
Yes.
Shania.
Turn it up louder, Shania. We can't hear you.
Drake, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. How do you feel about the curfew in Birmingham? Do you think it was the right decision?
My opinion, I don't think the curfew was. My opinion, I don't think it really changed anything. It didn't. The curfew didn't change anything. People still are out doing what they want to do. If I want to protest, I'm gonna be there. If I want to, be out past 7, it's what's happening. So I think the curfew at this time was just a point to put something in place to say, I did something or I'm trying to do something about the problem. But the curfew didn't solve anything. I don't think so. It didn't change anything because, whatever people want to do, they're still gonna do.
Okay. Shania, you want to try again? All right. Next person or next question, since we're running out of. Well, Shay, you can answer it since you in Birmingham.
Just like Drake said, I didn't even. The thing is with the curfew, you know how they enforced the COVID-19 curfew and then they put it out and everybody knew about it. This curfew, they didn't put it out. Nobody knew about it. I didn't know about the curfew until I was at Jazz house one day. And I just went over there to see the girls like I normally do. And it was like 6:45. And then it turned 7 o'clock. Jazz said, well, it look like you staying here because the curfew in the place. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go home. And then I talked to one of my friends here, police officer here in Birmingham. And he was saying that just like the COVID-19 curfew, they really didn't enforce this one. Like they didn't put it out on like all the media platforms. It was just like Drake said, to say that they did something. Because I told him, I said, I didn't even know about it. He was like, they didn't really push it through like all the media like they normally did. So I think it was just to say they did something because I still been driving at 7 o'clock. But it's just the curfew was mainly for, downtown, like Lynn Park areas. So now, granted, if you getting off downtown, they checking your ID. You got to have, if you're going to work, where you should be going, you got to have like proof of residency. So they are checking, but it's only if you're going downtown. I don't live downtown, so it ain't really affected me.
Do you feel like the riot was impactful? Like, do you feel like all the rioting and protesting has actually made an outcome happen? Like, how do you feel about the whole thing in general?
The riot itself, yeah. The looting, not so much. But I mean, some kind of way you got to get a point across to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them know that what you're doing is not right. And I mean, my thing on it, I say an eye for an eye. That's me. That's how I feel about it. And I feel like, y'all can get this lady millions of dollars. They won't bring her son back. You see what I'm saying? And everybody stand up saying something and donate money. That ain't doing us no good. Y'all need to stand up for what for what you believe in. Because, I mean, yeah, they tearing it down. They tearing up Target. They doing this and doing that. But if they didn't do it, y'all wouldn't pay them no attention. You know what I'm saying? If they had never went in and started looting and went into Target and went to them other stores, y'all wouldn't pay them no attention. It's just been a riot. It ain't so much as, like they say, black people acting out. No, we're not acting out. We just want what's due. You know what I'm saying? And we deserve that, because like I said, a lot of people say in life, you choose your own path. No, you don't. You take the path that's right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just look down on you because you're black. You're not, and it's a lot of, like I said, a lot of people just need to stand up for it. And me, myself, being a black woman with black sons, when I say I die and go to hell for my kids, I mean that in every sense of the word. And they need to take all that police. They got too much power. I told my husband one time when somebody shot somebody and they went to court and the judge sentenced this man to death. Okay, now you can sentence him to death and you go home and go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? He shot this man. He took this man's life. Now you just took his. What's your penalty? How y'all get all that power? The same way they got that power through the people need to take it from them. Same way with them police, take it from them. You know, put them out there with just them billy club and watch how humble they'll be. You know what I'm saying? All these probable cause. I can stop you because I feel like it. I can stop you. I don't have to have no reason to stop you. No. They need to call it out. They take their authority and they run with it. And that's exactly what they're doing. So somebody got to make an example out of them. I said, do what you do. To me, I'm all for it. Whatever they feel they need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go to Shania. Hopefully it worked this time.
Girl, she just still smiling. You got a phone muted.
It was the only way to get the point across. And then I feel like some people, they're just using his death, like they saying that they going out there to protest, but most people just using it to go out there and loot. And I don't like that. But I feel like most people that's doing it, they're doing it for a good cause. Because I feel like if they would have did all that, then we would still be out here fighting and they would have never charged the man.
Welcome to that, Shania. All right, Kayla, you also in Birmingham. How do you feel about the curfew?
The curfew in Birmingham, I mean, I see why it's in place and, you know, why everybody's doing it right now. But, I mean, I just feel like it's a little too drastic right now. You know, I feel like the police are really trying to control the riots, but I don't really think that's, like, helping the people. Because, I mean, I feel like the more you try to restrain the people, you know, the more they're going to act out about it. And, you know, I mean, I'm not really bothered by the curfew because I'm not really going anywhere anyways. But I feel like it's affecting, like, a lot of, you know, people at home because of the curfew, a lot of the stores are closing at, like, around 5 and, you know, close to, like, 6 and 7. Places aren't open. So, you know, you got people that get off work at around 6 and stuff. So, you know, when they want to go shopping and go get their food and stuff for their kids, they can't leave. Come on. So when they want to go, you know, shopping and get food and stuff for their kids, it's like, you know, they got to pull teeth just to be able to get out there. And then, you know, if you get stopped beforehand and, you know, you don't have like a valid reason, you know, they can arrest you and you have to pay this fine. I just think it's, you know, I think it's all too much at once.
Okay, thank you. I don't live in Birmingham, but of course I got an opinion on it. So my whole thing was, I was telling my mama, I was like, why are they constantly punishing the citizens? The citizens always have to reap the consequences of everything. I was like, instead of putting a curfew on the citizens, why don't they make some adjustments to the police force to show, hey, we care, we hear y'all. These are the policies that we're going to put in place so y'all can feel safer instead of just making the citizens feel less powered. And I just thought that was backwards, but it's just one of the many techniques that they use to make citizens, specifically Black people, because there's a lot of Black people in Birmingham, feel oppressed and be oppressed. It's one form of oppression. So to keep on this topic, did you feel that the city reacted appropriately to the KKK meeting there? And we'll just go to Grandma. She gone.
That's Patrick.
All right. Is Patrick on here?
Jabira, there she go.
Yeah, Nene on it now.
Okay.
Grandma, we'll come back to you, okay? Where's Maya? Are you on here?
Yeah, she's right here by me.
It's Patrick.
Okay.
That's a tough question. I don't know if there was an appropriate way to react to it. I think when you're dealing with a group like the KKK that's I guess known for so many hateful activities. You know, I was watching a video today about the bombing of 16th Street Baptist Church. I don't know if there was a right way to, I don't know if their intent was to protect people from, I guess, any more danger, or whether it was to protect them from danger. But I think it's always like a knee-jerk reaction when it comes to hate groups like that. You know, the first thing they want to do is like do a widespread shutdown and send people home. But you know, they have been known to bomb places, so I guess it's a debatable, debatable question.
Patrick. Maya, do you want to respond?
No.
All right. There you go.
Just like Patrick said, I don't feel like it was a right way to act, because if something were to happen and then they didn't send everybody home, then then the city would be blamed, because it's like, why do you let us know that they was there? But then again, it's also just, it's on the fence, because like you said, it's just so much of police and the groups that are against us, instead of just making us feel powerless. So I don't know if it's a right or wrong answer, because like Patrick said, they are known to do really terrorist type acts. So if they wouldn't have told everybody and sent everybody home, and then they bomb like UAB, you would have risked losing so many people. So I feel like whatever the reason was, it was a good outcome, because if something would have happened, that just could have been really bad to not send people home. So when stuff like that happens with those type of groups, and knowing what they're known for, you really just got to take the proper precautions. It's not about being scared. It's about protecting people. So I would say, I don't know if it was the right or the wrong thing, but I could imagine something happened to one of my family members that would have been inside them buildings, and that's all they had to do was just tell them they can go home early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Drake, you want to respond?
So the question is basically, do you think they responded appropriately to the KKK? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they responded appropriately. You have to keep people informed. I think that was a big issue with a lot of things now, of people not being informed. Like, I feel like if you don't inform people, you're taking away their right to choose. I have a right to choose how I want to react to the situation, regardless of my consequences. Let me pick my own consequences. So informing people, and basically, I think informing them kept them safe, and then gave them a chance to figure out how I want to react to this situation. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Instead of it being a situation where they could have just implemented the curfew, made everybody go home, stay home, or whatever, and then you find out tomorrow, or you see on the news that the KKK was downtown marching. Well, no, that's not what you do. You don't. So I feel like that was the correct response. Let everybody know what's going on, or whatever, and it just gave people the right to choose. I mean, just keep people informed. That's what I feel like. Keep them informed and keep them in the know. I mean, the more people know, I feel like the better decision they can make in situations.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right, Grandma, you want to try to respond now?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you saying about the curfew?
The KKK, how you feel about it? Do you feel like Birmingham reacted appropriately?
Oh, yes, I did. They sent us home in time. They let us know they was on point. For us, curfew-wise, it was good, but still some don't listen. They're going to do what they want to do at the end of the day, and then try to blame the city. But for us, the city keeping us up on everything, like Drake said, they did a good job to let us know, to keep us informed. They constantly give us some information throughout the day to let them know, because it could have been a real bad outcome that they had not let us know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful for that. Before as the curfew, it's good. It's a good thing. They need it, but they're not going to pay any attention. People going to do what they want to do. They're not going to wear their mask. They're going to go out. They're going to gather. They're going to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, when it come down to it, and somebody get real sick or a family member or however, they can't blame the city, because they were informed on how to do it, when to do it. No more than 10 people, but they still gather 20, 30. They just basically do what they want to do. But the city, Mayor Woodford, he doing a good job at keeping us informed. So, okay, I'm grateful.
So I actually think it would have been quite interesting. I'm not saying that I wanted the KKK to come out per se, because like you said, it could have ended very badly. But I feel like if they would have came out and marched or something, it would have been interesting to see. It would have let people know how many people that support the KKK are in your city, if they wouldn't have worn hoods, now you can see their faces, and these are the people that are racist and white supremacists. That would have been an opportunity to, like, you know, really expose them, which is, I think, what Trump is doing, because he's getting them all to come out by trying to start this race war of sorts. I think that would have been an opportunity to, like, expose them and really see who you're up against, because a lot of people be in the shadows, you know, being really white supremacists and racist, and that would have been an opportunity to, you know, see them come out. So the next question, Mom, you can answer. If you were mayor of a major city, what policies would you implement?
If I was the mayor of a major city, I would implement the same policies that affect like everyone. Like no one would have that much seniority over another individual's life, especially speaking from the police aspect of it. Like Auntie had to say, eye for an eye. Like you shouldn't be above the law, especially if you did something that will incriminate you. Like if I kill someone, I will go to jail. But police kill me, they wouldn't go to jail. But why? Why? Because they took a couple months of training. And they make their life and their job more important to mine. You know, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin, I'm an aunt, I'm everything. So I'm more so important aspect in my family as well as them. So I will make the policies to affect everyone. I mean, I know there's levels in seniority and you have to respect authority, but still when it comes to taking another individual's life, like we don't look at that person who was just affected by that person's gone. Like if I leave, I know my kids and my husband, my mom and my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, they'll be devastated that I left. So why would someone else have that choice and that power to take my life? So policies be implemented all the way around. What you do, like over in the other countries, if you steal something, they cut off your hand. They don't say if you steal something, they cut off your hand, but if you're a black or you're a minority or your family make less money or you up in you superior up in the city, the rules is rules. Mm-hmm. So I think we should make rules that affect everybody.
Awesome. All right, Auntie Kathy, you can answer this one too.
Oh yeah, y'all know how I feel about that. You know, I don't really think that we really need police is that much to me. You know what I'm saying? What they need to do is, I say, take them all back, get somebody else new training, because these people, and then like you were saying about the KKK, okay, they got the KKK, we got the Black Panther, but you didn't see them call them in. You see what I'm saying? I say, when they came, then y'all should have called the Black Panther. You didn't want the people to come down there, the citizens, then y'all should have had somebody there on our behalf to speak for us. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I said, take all that. They got too much power. And that's when I said, that's why they always saying, go vote, go do this. Okay, we're going to vote to take some of that power away from you. Because to me, the highest man on earth is God. So how can y'all be more successful than him? You see what I'm saying? How can you have more power than him? No, I don't believe that. And I mean, and not to say that the people acting, so from the media, they acting the way they want them to act because we're black. You understand what I'm saying? But these people doing what they can do. You know what I'm saying? We've been in poverty for so long. That's why you feel like you can treat us that way. You know what I'm saying? People in second ward, third ward, they look down on everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because of where you live, because of your zip code. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fair. It's not fair to us. You know, and it's, you know, it's high time, because if it was me, if I can afford to live next door to you, I'm coming. But see, you can't do that now. You know, it's a place you can go and a place you can't go. You can't tell me why I can't live. Well, you can, because, you know, the system allows you to do that, you know. But if it was me, no. You can't tell my citizens where they can and can't live. They can live anywhere. If they can afford to live there, that's where they're going. You see what I'm saying? Guys had to marry a white girl in order for you to live in a white community where you be accepted. No, that's not fair. It's not fair, you know? And I mean, it's gonna take a lot. It is. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of people to come out and really speak up. Don't just hold your voice, you know what I'm saying? Because like she said, I'm a mama first and foremost. And I stand with all of y'all on everything. You understand what I'm saying? And to me, my kids are always right. Even if they wrong, they right to me. You see what I'm saying? And I stand behind them 100%. I stand behind all y'all 100%. Because if that had been one of my people that he put his foot on his neck, now jail couldn't hold him. Y'all not gonna arrest him. If you're gonna arrest him, give him to us. He's owed to us, because if it was a black man, trust me, he wouldn't even made it out the police precinct. They would have killed him on the spot. You see what I'm saying? So just like he belonged to the police, that white man would have belonged to us. Give him to us. Let us do whatever we feel we want to do. And I say, kill him like he killed that man. Kill him right there in the street. Let somebody video it, and then see how his family gonna feel about it. That's what I'm saying. Just an eye for an eye. They need to get back to that.
I'll make you a shirt. Just say that. That's it.
Debray, can we answer that question too?
Huh?
Can we answer that question too? Well,
I want
Mario.
Maya try to go first, and then you, Drake, can go.
Okay.
All right, so
Shania, if you were a mayor in a major city, what policies would you make?
Baby, somebody call Jazz, tell her help her child.
I hear me.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
If you were a mayor in a major city, what policies would you make right now?
free weed.
Boy, get out.
Okay, so like, what do you mean by policies? Like, what do you mean by that?
So, like, what would you do to change your city? Like, would you make the police force to all have to wear cameras? Would you make them have to take these classes? Would you put a curfew on your city? Stuff like that.
I would get rid of a lot of the polices, like, cause I feel like y'all was saying, they have too much power over us, and I don't like that. And I would also let people do what they want to do. I wouldn't have no curfew, because people, at the end of the day, when you have a curfew, like, people don't listen to you. So like, you got to do something to make people listen to you. So like, if you let them do what they want to do, then they're going to start respecting you more, because you let them do what you want to do. But if you currently being strict on them, then they're not going to respect you as much, and they're not going to do all these. So I feel like, well, I'll get rid of most of the police, and I'll get rid of the curfews. I'll let people do what they want to do, basically. Because then they'll start respecting me more. And we need more respect, because if you keep on adding all these curfews and keep on doing all these, people not going to respect you. So they should be able to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Shania. Go ahead, Drake.
So
Hold on, there you go.
all right, so if I was a mayor in a major city, what would I do? What policies would I implement? One, I would implement that you, as a mayor, you would have to, like, contracts to certain companies like the airport, you'd have to have at least like 40, I'm gonna say like 45% or 49% black owned businesses, black owned restaurants, stuff like that, and have it in the same areas as some of these major white neighborhoods. It's too often that as a people, when we get wealthy or when we make enough money, we leave the neighborhood we came from. But I feel like if our area was, the other thing I would change would be the police that are in your area should live in your area. Like, it shouldn't be some white guy from, Hoover circling around here, down here in downtown Birmingham, arresting people. Like, I feel like you should be among the citizens. Me being in the military, I was in the National Guard, so I was considered like a citizen soldier. At any given time, I'm supposed to be able to react to the situation at hand, and be a citizen. And stand up for my country. Why is it that the police
It's a little hard to hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is, like, because, like I said, being in the National Guard is considered a citizen soldier. So, in any situation where, like, say Hurricane Katrina or anything like that popped off, I'd be called first and be readily available. I'm supposed to be here to defend my nation, my country at the same time. But why is it that I have to surrender my power or my will to protect the nation to the person that's only protecting the city? You see what I'm saying? So I feel like One, we should have more police officers that are in that neighborhood circling around that area. You're going to know the people that you're policing. You're going to have a relationship with these people. You know what I'm saying? You're not living here and then driving 30 minutes down the road. Because if you do some dirt, people know exactly where you live. So you're going to be held accountable as the rest of the community. Yeah, that's what I would implement.
Okay, thank you. Those were some good points. Drake, do you have anything to say?
Nope.
All right. Kayla, you can go, and then Willie, you can go.
I feel like a lot of people like just don't understand what's happening right now. You know, I feel like you should raise more awareness in schools, especially because I feel like a lot of the schools' educational systems are like very corrupt with what they want to teach people and what they don't want to teach their children. Like, you know, there's not enough Black history in like the schools right now. You know, there's not enough diversity in cultures at the school right now. It's like, you know, they picking, you know, they propaganda what they want to teach the kids and what they don't. So a lot of kids don't know what's actually going on, so that when they get into the real world and all this is happening, it just kind of shut everybody down. And another thing I think is another thing that, you know, what grandma said, I don't think that police should have, you know, the power to take anybody's life regardless of if they think it's okay or not. Because, you know, there'll be like, you know, people that are holding people hostage, you know, white people that are shooting up schools and stuff like that. And, you know, the police will give them a full courtesy, you know, ride them to the car and everything. But, you know, you got Black people doing non-criminal or non-violent offenses and they're dying. And, you know, the police, they're so trusting in the system that they won't get in trouble, that they'll walk in broad daylight around all these people that they've hurt and not feel any type of remorse for it. You know, I feel like you should not have the power to take anybody's life, regardless of what they did. You know, police are there to enforce the laws, not to play, you know, the trial and to play the role of, you know, the executioner. And they're playing all three of the roles and just skipping them. And another thing is, I feel like you should go through more than just like, you know, a few months of training to have that much power over people. You know, if you walk outside, and you're afraid that, you know, somebody gonna take your life and that person is supposed to be protecting you, then that person has too much power in general. You know, I shouldn't have to walk outside and be afraid that, you know, I'm gonna get shot because I'm wearing a hoodie or I reach in my pocket to grab my phone. It's unneeded. And I feel like it should be at least like a year or something, you know, to give these people, you know, rights to guns and stuff like that. I also think you should do like some personal one-on-one with the people to actually see that the people that you are hiring are good people. Because to get somebody that much power and for them to be a racist and for them to be, you know, for them to be white prejudice, it's like you're giving them the power to take other people's lives. And, you know, if a Black man were to walk outside and shoot someone, the police would be all over him. He'd be dead in the streets. But a police officer can go out there and kill hundreds of Black people, and the most he'll get is a slap on the wrist, and he'll lose his job. Like, you should enforce the same things you enforce on everybody else. And the thing I would do is, I feel like everybody should be equal across the board, you know. And I feel like another thing is, you should integrate the systems and give more people chances to get better jobs, because I feel like a lot of the reasons why we have so many of these racist white people and just so many people that are putting down Black people and people of color is because they look down on us. You know, they'll be living in a white suburban neighborhood free to do whatever they want to with clean sidewalks and clean driveways and things like that, while you have Black people that can barely afford the 1-bedroom apartment with their 5 other kids. Like, there should be no reason that you can buy a $500,000 house and this many cars and that many cars, and you have people that can't even afford to get their groceries. Like, you know, you should give people more chances to, you know, make money and, you know, better themselves. And for one, you know, there shouldn't be a thing of, you know, well, she lives in the ghetto or she lives in the hood or she lives in a project. It shouldn't have to be like that. Everybody should have a chance to better themselves and live a good life in general. You know, there'll be white people that'll buy millions and millions of dollars of homes and cars and, you know, spend their kids on lavish wealth and, you know, buy their kids Gucci and Versace. And you have parents that can barely afford to get their kids something, you know, from Goodwill. It's like, it's not right at all. And the money that's in the U.S. right now shouldn't be just distributed to, oh, well, you know, white man in power, he get $4 million. You know, a mother struggling, she's struggling on welfare. You give her like, what, $200 a month? Like, that's not fair at all.
Yes, Kayla. Thank you very much for the very elaborate explanation of what you would do as a mayor. Willie, do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, repeat it. That'd be cool.
If you were a mayor of a major city, what policies would you implement?
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess
with what's going on right now, I would definitely have my checks and balances to go with procedures, economics, with funding, and where the funds are diverted to as far as school, all that. I think I would probably just try to even it out more. Say like down here in Houston, they have the Robin Hood thing where they take money from the schools that have more income coming in from taxes, and they give them to other school districts that's not doing as good. I would have something like that, and definitely checks and balances to go along with, like I said, police procedures or with political procedures, and just make sure I would try my best to make sure everything is followed to the T.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, baby.
We got a few newcomers. Cookie, is that you or is it Kaya? All right, we're gonna go to Uncle Grant. Uncle Grant, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
What up?
Uncle Grant, do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, because I just got in. I ain't here now.
Okay, if you were a mayor of a major city right now, what policies would you implement?
Ooh, can you be like more specific in relation to what?
You can relate.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on now?
How? Yes. What changes would you make if you was the mayor of a major city? What type of policy changes would you make?
That's a good question. It's so many. I guess it would depends on like what area I'm in and like what issues that particular city facing.
So now, like with this going on,
for like,
for like policy changes, what you
just
make?
like in Birmingham or anywhere in the South, there's a lot of like antiquated laws that still, on the books from like 100 to 200 years ago. So basically just updating the current laws so that it fits the makeup of the city. I know one of the major things that everybody probably would agree with is police reform as well as criminal justice reform. But to me, I would start with the schools and the housing and job opportunities. I would try to raise the minimum wage to begin with, and I think that will cut down on some of the other issues yes, sweetie, that start. For example, like poverty. Poverty leads to a lot of the other outlying issues that we have. So if we increase the minimum wage where people are able to work and provide for their families without, having to do extra things that takes them away from the family and not, raising them the way that they should be raised. So I think minimum wage is one, schooling will be second, then housing, and then I would implement policies as far as like, police reform, criminal justice reform. So that's probably my short answer. So minimum wage, school, housing, police reform, criminal justice reform, and then healthcare. So that's my short answer.
Thank you. That's very specific. Cookie, you want to try now?
No, I'm just here to listen.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we can go to another question again. Okay, something a little more lighthearted. How do y'all feel about Chick-fil-A supporting Trump? We're going to start with Shay.
Man. I know we all love Chick-fil-A. I don't know. Like, it's gonna be hard. It was hard this weekend because I'm in Little Anniston and they got all these little mom and pop shops and I'm at Drill and I just want something good. Yeah, I drunk smoothies and ate fruit all weekend. I'm starving. Because it ain't much in Anniston besides like a Zaxby's, a Subway, a McDonald's. I don't eat none of that. I eat Chick-fil-A, I eat Zaxby's. So it's gonna be very hard, but it's necessary. That's just like somebody supporting something that you don't believe in or going against your morals and your values. It may be hard to cancel this person out or to cross this person out, even if it's a family member. You know, those are going to be hard decisions that we need to make. You can't take that lightly. It's all fun and games. You know, Chick-fil-A supported Trump. If, you know, these are things that you don't believe in, then we genuinely got to stop supporting Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
We have to. These organizations that are supporting the KKK, these terrorist groups, this president that we no longer want. Like, it's going to be hard, and you can't just take it lightly. Like, oh, it's Chick-fil-A, you know, everybody making jokes. You really have to cancel out these people and, you know, hit them in their pockets, because that's the long-term effect. So it's going to be hard. I'm not just going to say I'm going to cross Chick-fil-A out, but it's so many more places to eat at that I just don't see myself continuing to support somebody that's supporting a president, because in my opinion, if you support him, that's what you believe in. And we just got two different views. And so I'm genuinely, I'm gonna try my hardest, but I don't think I can support Chick-fil-A no more. So I just been popping with Zaxby's.
Okay, thank you. Grandma and then Auntie Kathy. Is Grandma on here? Yes.
It was an undercover situation. You know, we black folk, we love chicken, but we're going to have to get away from now. You know, what's hidden in the dark going to come to the light. It's in the Bible. So, just man-made, not God-made. So, y'all know me and Chick-fil-A is history. So, I just pray y'all get there and understand what's really going on with the political field, how they trying to undermine us as black people, you know, and do your research. Put God first, and he'll reveal everything. He gonna reveal it. I'm telling you, you just got to be ready for it. Because it's coming. He revealing it bit by bit. And he allowed his son to come back to this earth to help us out. So he died for our sins. So he'll guide us and let us know. But Chick-fil-A, KFC, there's a lot of more now that Trump supporter. Yep. You know, so go buy some chicken fried at home, throw it in the oven fried like my baby be doing. Tastes real good to me. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mom, go ahead.
Well, as far as Chick-fil-A and the restaurant and everything that is supporting Donald Trump, I think it's also very important that we understand the difference between like the company as a whole and franchises, because we have some black people that has franchises with Chick-fil-A, that has franchises with franchises with and everything. We still have to support them because they will still rely on our business, although they have the logo behind them. But, their franchise thrives on us going there, because like black people eat fast foods, period. So I think it's important for us to like educate our patients and, you know, our black owned, which franchise are black owned, not just like cancel Chick-fil-A out as a whole.
And also, can I add a little to that? Just like Jay right, 'cause like you said, Chick-fil-A is more so franchises. So you have to like distinguish between like if like the franchises doesn't necessarily represent the owner or the CEO. And also when you go down that slope, like there's a lot. Chick-fil-A is not the only company that support Donald Trump for re-election. And a lot of these major corporations do so because they get the tax breaks and tax benefits. So of course they're gonna support them, because in the long run it's gonna benefit their bottom line and the profits that they're able to make. So it's not just Chick-fil-A, like it's all, even like with the NFL, like all them owners, they supporting Donald Trump because they getting big tax break. So are you gonna start watching football too? Are you gonna start watching basketball or sports period? So like in that situation, like Jay Amon said, we need to like educate ourselves and then be more direct and organized if we are going to not support a particular company or organization because of their beliefs and them supporting something that is totally against our morals and our principles. So that's all I want to add to that.
Okay, thank you. You can go ahead, Auntie Kathy.
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fault people for their beliefs. And, you know,
Kathy Jackson.
What up with it?
Yeah, I see you with them braids on.
I know, right?
Let me see the back.
Being cute. You see it?
I can't see in your camera.
Hold on. You see me?
Okay, yeah. Down to your dude.
Like Jay.
Being grown.
Anyway, now back to the thing here now. But I don't eat Chick-fil-A, period. Because first of all, they too expensive, so I don't eat Chick-fil-A. But I mean, you can't stop people from eating what they want to eat, go where they want to go. And like you said, you gotta take the right person. And when they did Target, when their CEO got on there and got crazy, they tore it up. I mean, but if the store here in my area, in Fort Bend County, if I get worried that somebody says something out of the way there, then no, we ain't gonna go to that. We will shut that one down. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody ain't on the bad side. It's like everybody, like they doing now, everybody is accusing all black people of being the same. That's why we treat it like we treat it. You see what I'm saying? So if this man, Chick-fil-A right here, is doing bad things and the man next door, Chick-fil-A, is not doing bad things, why boycott them both? You see what I'm saying? Give this man a chance. If he doing bad, get rid of him. You know, but, you know, yeah, black people do like chicken. You know, that's just them. And then the thing of the standards to run for office shouldn't be so high. You know, I think for myself, speaking for me, I can do just what Donald Trump did.
Absolutely.
What the difference? Now I don't got to live in the White House. I can live in this brick house right here, right where I'm at. See what I'm saying? I can stay right here and do exactly what he's doing. So why is the standard so high for? Because you're not gonna get another black president. That's out. You definitely ain't finna get a woman president. That's out. You see what I'm saying? And everybody that tried to come up against him, they're gonna go and said they ain't worthy, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. So this man got more money than he'll ever spend. He can die and come back 3 times and still be wealthy. You see what I'm saying? So he got like he said, he got everybody over buying because he got everybody in his pocket. He hold all their trump card in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? But to me, no, he's just another person to me. And I'm with it. I say hit him where it hurt. And that's the only way you're gonna get word to him. You start burning them up, stop going there and all that stuff, hit him where it hurt. Then everybody gonna bow down to us. We don't want you to bow down to us. We just want you to come down to our level. You ain't got to come all the way down. Just come down a little bit off your high horse. So meet us in the middle. Let's have a happy medium. You know, that's all we want. But you can't get it talking to him, so you got to get it some other kind of way. I'm gonna let you get out my cat and go home.
Okay, I have an opinion on that also. Okay, so we're boycotting Chick-fil-A. Okay, I understand the boycotting, and I understand, you know, and the reasons behind everything. Like boycotting certain places, it's not gonna do any good. It doesn't matter if they endorse Trump, then that's fine. It's all a money game. You cannot go to Chick-fil-A. But if you go to the other little business down the street, if it's not black owned, you still put your dollar back in that white man's hand. So it really does no good. If you don't go, it ain't about who you boycott, it's about who you support. Because I can still go buy a meal from Chick-fil-A maybe like once a year, maybe twice a year. But if my dollar is consistently going to these black owned businesses and we're supporting each other, then that will make a change. Boycotting these places because that's what they're doing. They taking their white dollars, they taking their money, they making sure it moves through another white hand or it supports another white man, another white business, another white woman or whatever. But if we had that same mentality, except because for us to even look at the situation, be like, oh, okay, we're gonna boycott. I'm gonna take my money somewhere else. If we just sit back and look, that should let us know right there that we hold the majority.
we hold the majority of the dollar right there. If me not coming to your restaurant will make or break it, they need to that should let us know right there. Okay, our money is the majority. What we choose to put our money, that will make the decision. That's the deciding factor. So it's not so much as boycotting or whatever. Oh, because Chick-fil-A, endorsed the Trump. I ain't gonna eat Chick-fil-A no more. Okay, so where you gonna put your money? That's the next question. Who you gonna get that dollar to? Because you can take it to Wendy's, but then on the back end, quietly, that Wendy's probably supporting Trump too. So you just moved your dollar from this person hand to the other, and it still end up in the same place. But go ahead, I you.
I got it. So what I would say is, caveat to add on to that is, so there was this thing that was called the Green Book. And the Green Book was basically a list. It was like a phone book of all these different Black businesses. So that, because during segregation, there were certain people that would travel to different states, and they didn't know whose business they could go into. So I feel like we were stronger when we had the Black Power movement, when we had the Civil Rights movement, when we had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X, because we were forced to stay together. And this economy that we have now, we give incentives for husbands and wives to be separate. We give incentives for women to leave their spouses and have children. We give incentives, we give free programs to these things. So they knew that by separating the family, by having a man over here and making him a slave through child support and then playing with his freedom, if he's not able to pay those things, you lose your license. Now you can't even drive to work. So what I suggest is,
I gotta go to Jabril.
We come up with another form of Green Book where we circulate the same dollar in our community multiple times. Our habit right now is that we like to leave and go to Atlanta and shop. We like to leave and go to some other place and shop. We like to buy Swiss cars. We like to buy Mercedes Benz. We like to buy all these things that are not in our community. If you look at somebody that's like, say, Japanese or Asian descent, right? If you look at Asia in relation to Europe and Africa, Asia is so much smaller. You see what I'm saying? So like Japan is so much smaller, but we got all these different Japanese companies that come out of Japan, Honda, Kawasaki, Mitsubishi, all these different places like that. But you don't see any of these. How often do you see an Asian person in Walmart or at Chick-fil-A? You don't see that because they use their same dollars in their communities with their stores. They're self-sufficient. And for us as a Black people, for us to have all these different resources that we have multiple businesses, but we don't patronize each other. We rather say, well, no, I don't trust this person. I'd rather spend my money over here. I'd rather spend my money with the white people because us as Black people, we want a discount from each other when we need to just spend that dollar like we would at Walmart or Target or anywhere else that they're going to spit in our face and we just agree with however we get treated. So we got to build a trust in our community, one. We got to put equity and value back into our community, two. And we got to make sure that those jobs are evenly distributed amongst the people who live in that situation.
But that's it, folks.
Hey, Bria.
Raising Kayla. Huh?
Can I add something about Black business owners? I know it's off the topic, but this is random. So I don't know if anybody have Black business on here. We need to get to know more about each other's business. That way we can support. I'm sure we got plenty of people in our family with businesses. But I also feel like as Black business owners, not all Black people, but Black people need to get some business etiquette. But I feel like that's a problem because you're not taught. It's a lot. White people, they know how to handle business because it's being passed down to them. So we need to get more things that belong to us. That way we can know just about the business measures. It's just little small stuff we're trying to support.
So just because somebody don't have the business etiquette, you'd rather go to a white establishment over a Black establishment?
No, and that's what and that's what I'm getting to. My hair, which I'm not gonna go to a white person anyways to get my hair done. But I waited 3 hours before I got my hair done. No, I would not. I'm still gonna support Black businesses regardless. But I just feel like if we talking about equality, then I work hard for my money and I'm young and I don't have much of it. So I expect a certain level of
urgency,
a certain level of performance, a certain level of professionalism.
Yeah.
That's not all Black people, and I'm not speaking for all Black people, but I know that one of the reasons that sometimes that makes it hard for me to support some Black businesses is
No, stop.
you control.
I don't think he was talking to you, Shay, when he said stop.
Oh, okay. I know that makes it hard for me sometimes to support Black businesses. I know it's not for everybody, and I could have left, which I wouldn't have went to a white one. It would have been another Black person. But I support Black business all the time. I mean, because everybody got a business nowadays. So somebody doing something that you know. So I'd rather support them, but I just feel like just professionalism just to take you a very long way with a business. I don't care if I'm going to a white, green, blue person. I just feel like professionalism. You can't want somebody to support you and give you their hard-earned money just because you're Black.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just go to the next question because we only got less than 20 minutes.
Okay, bro.
So the last question, and we're gonna start off with Shania. What do you feel needs to be the outcome of all of these protests and all of this uproar and all of this fighting back? What do you want to be the outcome? All right, well, we can go to Willie.
What I feel like needs to be the outcome.
He's talking up a storm too.
Out of all this, I just want like we just want our equal shape to be detained, our equal shape to talk to somebody, to be able to ask a policeman for his badge number and have those questions answered without it having to get physical. So I think we just really want to understand that all this.
Okay, thank you. All right, go ahead, Shania.
Okay.
First
off, I'm disappointed in Chick-fil-A, and I feel like that if all the Black people boycott Chick-fil-A, I feel like it's really not going to make a difference because it's going to be white folks because the white folks, they still go and spend their money on Chick-fil-A because they look down on us for so long that they just don't want us to win. So if we boycott it, then I feel like it's really not going to make a difference because at the end of the day, it's a race and white people always going to try to win, and we really not going to make a difference because they still go spend their money where they want to spend their money. Even if we try, even if we put up a fight because they look down on us for so long that I feel like unless we put a stop to that, then we really can't do nothing about it.
Okay, Kayla, what do you want to be the outcome of all of the protesting and everything that's going on recently?
I feel like what I want to happen is like, I just want a lot more respect and equality between like everyone across the board. Like, not even saying like just race in general. I just want, respect to be had between everyone. Like you don't have to like the person. Okay, well, you don't like them. Okay, that doesn't matter. But just because you don't like them doesn't mean that gives you the right to, discriminate against them, oppress them, take their lives, treat them this way, refuse to give them the benefits everybody else. Like, it's childish. It really makes it sound like you're still in kindergarten, oh, because I don't like them, I'm going to treat them this way. I'm going to teach it to my kids and my kids going to treat them this way. I'm going to breed this much oppression and hate between the family just because I don't like somebody depending on, their race or, their person of color. I just feel like at the end of all this, at the end of like everything that's said and done, I feel like you should understand that, I feel like there should be an understanding between everybody. Like, okay, well, y'all keep on continuing to treat us this way and, murder us and, hurt loved ones and things like that. And y'all want us to, be silent about it. But that's not going to happen because, if a police officer or, a white man were to be murdered, there'll be, there'll be people in the streets with, guns and weapons, they'll be marching on the White House and stuff like that. But when you're peaceful protesting, you're met with tear gas and, mace and things like that. I just feel like at the end of the day, there should be a level of decency between people everywhere. There should be a level of respect that should be given between everybody. You shouldn't have the right to do this to somebody just because you don't like them. And there should be laws in place. I want new laws to be in place. I want a new order for the police officers. I want them to go through more extensive training and things like that. I also want more laws to be in place about what will happen if, a police officer decides to be the enforcer, the trial and the executioner all at once in one sitting. And I feel like while you do have the freedom of speech, I think there should be some type of law against saying just anything at one moment. Some people will be in the stores and they'll be calling people racial slurs and screaming and hooping and hollering and saying what they gonna do and how they gonna hurt these people. And the most they'll get is put out the store. No, they should have some type of penalty. Your words have volume. Just because you say you're doing this and, well, I was just angry in the moment. It doesn't matter, because when you're angry, what you're saying comes from the pit of your core. So if you'll say it right now, then you'll say it again. And, if you keep on continuously saying it, that means that you might act on it. So I feel like what you say should have to come around back to you. If you're saying all this and all that, there should be some type of law or some type of penalty that you have to go through just because you did it. You shouldn't be able to just say this and get away with it altogether.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kayla. Okay, we about to wrap up. We can go to Patrick and then end with Auntie Kathy.
Okay, I guess for me, what I'd like to see as an outcome from the protest, I'd like to see it involved in a police situation, such as the one with George Floyd, when as someone that's just on looking, you see that they're about to kill this guy. If the police that are also there are not willing to step in, I feel like the citizens should have a right to step in, in a life-saving situation like that, and not face, felony charges for doing, something that's humane. And lastly, I guess I want to see justice for this senseless murder. Not from what my opinion of it should be, but I think the family should have a say on how they like to see justice served for the 4 officers that were involved.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. All right, go ahead, Auntie Kathy.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Now, as far as them saying they want more training and with the police department and all that, you can't train somebody how to treat somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to, I think in the police department, you got to have a caring heart. You got to, I can train you how to shoot a gun or whatever, but I can't train you to like this person if you don't like him. You understand what I'm saying? So they need to get, more people with caring hearts, and out of this, whether people like it or not, it's going to bring about a change. I don't know if it's going to be a good change or, a good change or bad, but it's going to bring about a change, that's going to happen. And it's a change that should have been done long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Long time ago. Even before me, I think my mom or her mom before me, all of them should have, Martin Luther King did what he could do. So did Malcolm X. Now it's time for, okay, where are Martin Luther King at? Where are Malcolm X? In this time, in this life, where I was at, because like I say, I don't want it to be a communist world or whatever, but if it has to go to there, then take it there. Because right now, police supposed to make you feel safe. I don't feel safe with none of you, none of them. Black, white, Jew, none of them. I don't feel safe with them at all. I don't see a purpose for them, shall I say. Right now, I don't see a purpose for them. They just, the only way to make it better, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, everybody's being stereotyped. So to make it better, I say make it equal. Make everybody equal, start it all over from scratch. Make everybody equal, and what you choose to do with your level of equality, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But give everybody a fair chance. Give everybody a fair chance, Like I said, that wasn't that man first time getting in trouble for abusing a black person. That wasn't the first time. This man had all these offenses, and now, since somebody decided to stand up and say something, now you want to fire him. Now you want to give him second degree murder? No, it had been vice versa. If George had did that to him, we wouldn't even seen the trial. All we seen them take him in the police station. Next thing we know, 2-3 years later, you know, he on death row, y'all would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, they deserve his mama deserved justice for him. She do. She deserved justice. And my justice, to me, if had it been one of my kids, my justice is that he belonged to me. Mm-hmm. That's it. You took my son's life, so your life belonged to me. That's no other way to say it. So give him to that family. Let them do what they want to do with him. That's what I would. Him and the other 3. Give him to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna run for president. Y'all vote for me.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna close out. I agree with Auntie Kathy. For all the people who watch this in the future, I want to make y'all aware that this country is extreme. This world is extremely violent towards Black people, and so please don't take her words and be like she's being too harsh, because then you'll be being a hypocrite if you supporting the other side or any other thing that's American, because America is extremely violent. So I beg you to please take a look at yourself, hopefully while you're viewing this, and just continue, like Uncle Grant said, like everybody else said, continue to educate yourself and find out new things, really dig into these restaurants, as Drake said, and find out where the money is really going. If you really want to know where your money is being spent and where you're supporting, support Black businesses. Always Black businesses, please, be more professional, as Shay said. And I just want to thank everybody, even if you didn't talk and you just listened, thank everybody for participating. And maybe we'll do this again. Hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully we'll see the change in the country that we really need. So yeah, bye everybody. Love y'all.
Bye.
Love you too.